Hello everyone, Maurice here. Today I'm bringing you another meta report for Axie Infinity Origins, now Season 10, the late rare era. Not much to update really. Turnip is still kind of the most dominant, but there are other archetypes up there as well, so that's a good sign. So we have like triple nuts, feather, triple owl as well, also seen at the top. At least it's not just turnip in that sense. Yeah, so that's really the gist of it. So let's just look into the player base statistics. Actually, yeah, you can see getting to close to 90k players already, and now it's still at rare era, so definitely will get past that 100k. I feel like, but I feel like, yeah, I mean the in terms of stable player base, I think they probably all play. From rare era, so in that sense, like every other players coming in are probably gonna be like new players or like not very frequent. Yeah, I think like maybe well 1000k is around there. So of course you can see like most of the players are still below 500 victory star, but at least like we do see the tiger peak we call it really, right? Where quite a significant proportion of players actually made it all the way up to tiger. So in that sense, it's a good sign. Um, okay, so let's just look at the archetypes, and yeah, as I said, yeah, so there's a bit of feather. Turnip is still like the most used at the very top. We do have triple nuts as well, and actually, I mean, this is a multiple archetype, but actually, this is a turnip topaz team, if I understand correctly. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's called like the lump into the multiple archetypes. But then if it goes further down, yeah, there's a bit of a triple R as well. But of course, do note that like the top two bracket, right, literally are, if I just go back up, like 5 and 6 people, right? So these are really like, yeah, just top 10 effectively. And then if you go down a bit more, right, then this is where you can see like more like 60 something people. And that's the 1900 to 2000. Then you start to see a bit more like Sponge, Anemone, Fury Aggro, Poison as well. So yeah, so there's still different things out there. Of course, once you get to further down, actually, there are many different archetypes that can actually make it to Challenger. But of course, like getting all the way up there, like the top 10, top 100 will be a lot harder. Okay, so that's for the archetype. So let's just look at the win rates, and to be honest, they kind of tell a similar story, really. It's a turnip, at the very top, and then yeah, feather, triple nut, triple owl. Those are doing the best in terms of at the top. And then the rest are kind of there. I would say maybe a nominee is like the one that's really going down, perhaps, like not really climbing much, but otherwise, yeah, as I said, like Poison, Free Aggro, Jinx as well. Yeah, forgot about mention about Jinx, Sponge, and Sustain as well. So yeah, so those are really the ones that can actually make it there. And then the rest is yeah, I mean like maybe you can make the challenger, but maybe not all the way up. Okay, so here's the win rate matchups really, and you can see it's quite a nice one in the sense that like not too many polarizing. I mean like spikes as I mentioned before, but yeah. But otherwise, all at least the top uh, archetypes like all have like some weak form of weaknesses, which is a good thing. I would say the one that could be that's looking quite nice is actually like okay, I would say normally it would be one that's like quite even. The other one I want to talk about is like triple nuts actually, right? You can see there's not many like unwinnable matchup, let's put it that way. But of course, this is all based on just 1500 plus, meaning it's like top 2000. Of course, if you want to look into I'll just scroll down here, then you can see into each of the bracket. Then of course, like at the very top, things will look a bit different, right? Just because the team, if they're optimized, then they are definitely a lot better, right? Okay, so actually the other thing that in case you didn't know, right, you can check out these what time, especially at the higher bracket, you can see, right, like actually the usage could be quite different, right? And if you want to avoid certain matchup, do check out the blog post. Yeah, of course, like once you get to yeah, even a challenger here, I mean, it will be quite even, of course, like, because just the sheer number of players that make it pretty even at this point. So it only really can apply to the very top, I would say. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it for today. So yeah, looking forward to the rare era. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the epic era just to see how new things will come up. Yeah, in the archetype usage. So okay, so I'll see you in the next video.